Dot, 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 dot. Good morning, everybody. This is Grant here for another great show for you. Today, we got the short show. Why? It's 10 minutes to 7. You've got a life, and I've got a life. But I just wanted to give you a small story about how I purchased a piece of art for Snoop, from Snoop Dogg for Rizzle, and I get so tickled out of it. But before that, we've got morning cup of gratitude. What are you grateful for this morning? I was just talking to my friend Ryan. Chris, we were just texting. He's going to be watching the show here in a second. He's out cleaning a boat, already working. I'm sure some of you folks are already out there making a killer day of it. I don't know about you. It has been an intense week. It's been a crazy week. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this day with gratitude because we don't prefer the weekends over the week. We love the work we do. We love that we're creators in the universe, he says with a grin, because he knows so many people had a tough week this week. I know we did. We had a tough week in the office this week. No one's particular fault. It was just a busy week, and we were down a person, and that's okay because the team that was here is stellar. The team that has been here is stellar. We've got a good crew. So even though it was a crazy week and we had to throw our workouts out the window, man, I had dropped from like over 220 to 210 in 2 weeks, and I was strong. And this last week just went to pot because I just had to be at the helm. But that's okay. That happens. It's the moon. We're now in fall, so let's start with gratitude. I am grateful for my team. I'm grateful that I am constantly surrounded in most moments by extraordinary people. I'm grateful for our clients. I am so grateful that most of the time I'm surrounded for clients that are grateful for us. I'm grateful to be in demand that we have busy weeks. I'll put up with a busy week over a dud week any day because it's a sign that people need what you are, people need what you have. And last but not least, I'm so grateful for the story I'm about to tell you about Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg has become almost God level art collector for me. And we're going to talk about that in today's story. But again, we're doing the short show. So let's go right into the story. And before that, I would love it if you guys liked the video today, shared the video, or tagged someone with a friend who might get a kick out of hearing a story like that. But no matter what you do, also remember, I'm going to be dropping our Patreon right now. Our Discord is open, and Discord's an app. For those who don't know, you need to download the app. It's a place where we can have really private conversations that aren't just Facebook groups and Facebook conversations, and talk about the topics that we care most about. I've dropped my link in the comments right there, and that's where we can talk about. A lot of you have asked in the last 24 to 48 hours, what am I trading? What am I purchasing? How come I didn't get the buy alerts? I will be pushing. I trade crypto quite frequently. Well, relatively frequently. I'm actively involved. I'm actively researching. I create watch lists. I have research. All that is going into my Discord. And so for those right now, the Discord's open. And then there's going to be some benefits for Patreons. So that's going to get dropped probably early next week. Our first founding 10 slots. And this is kind of big for me. I'm just going to open the gate just to 10 because we got to work out the kinks. But if you're interested in getting those private conversations, a lot of this coaching I can't do much one-on-one coaching. In fact, Ryan's going to be one of the few last one-on-one coachings I do at this tier because I'm trying to expand the impact I'm making in the world through the Patreon and through the Discord. So I am reaching more people with the Spark message, how to help people live ignited lives of explosive significance. We're going to be talking about how to make people money with crypto, how I'm making money with crypto. I'm going to share transparently about the empire. We'll cover that in the Discord. Let's move on and talk about Snoop Dogg, the art curator. So I heard some rumblings in the NFT marketplace. I follow a lot of the TikToks. I follow a lot of the people going on. I feel Ryan Chris says, wait a minute. What's going on? Hold on. That's too funny, man. Yes, you're definitely going to be in. You're in, my brother. He's like, what is happening? Or maybe he's freaking out that I bought something from Snoop Dogg. We'll talk about that. So the crypto space is an interesting space. And for a lot of people, the NFTs are just for nerds. They're just for programmers. It's a passing fad. If you think that, You are smoking as much weed as you imagine the OG Snoop Dogg smokes. The NFT market is massively disrupting. And I want you to hear this phrase. What NFTs do, it's actually creating a resurgence in art. You guys know in the Spark Show, I like to talk a lot about art because I believe art leads us. But I am here to tell you, NFTs is the bridge between art and gaming. And though it looks like the goofiest stuff, and it is the goofiest stuff, we will look, I should actually pull up, I could do a TikTok on criticizing NFTs alone with a deadpan, and it would be hilarious. But what we're finding is more and more A-listers, more and more NBA stars, more and more elite people are looking. They're always looking for things that they could show that they're being elite with. But that's not the only thing driving it. There are utility coins that you could get a piece of art that represents art within a game, and you get commissions for that piece of art being used in a game. My friend Nick just posted that he's playing the new Diablo game. And imagine if there was the Sword of Truth in the Diablo game, and every time someone got the Sword of Truth, they actually, the creator got commission. That's what NFTs are doing. So it's art and it's gaming, and it's fusing. And the younger generation gets this. This is why they're flocking off of Facebook into Discord. Similarly, their money is flowing out of the stock market into the crypto market. This is why I'm paying attention to it. You always got to pay attention to the young consumer generation and what they're on about, not just to get involved in consumption, no, but to get to see where technology is going. So if you're sitting in the corner thinking, I'm a fuddy-duddy, well, if you've got it made and you can float on a floaty in a pool and that's your income and you don't need to think about this stuff, then please check out now. But if you just want to at least hear what's going on and how this will eventually affect your bottom line, then pay attention. So real quick, as I was lurking the Twitterverse on what was going on with crypto, I saw that there was a Twitter persona by the name of Cosimo De Medici. Now, if you know Cosimo De Medici, this was an ancient banker who turned his family into one of the largest art patrons in history. It brought in the Renaissance. They funded so many artists, it's not even funny, but most of the famous Italian artists you know were often funded by the Medicis. And this Twitter character, this Twitter persona, goes by Cosimo De Medici, and they have a CryptoPunk, which are now very elite, very expensive CryptoPunks. He had a CryptoPunk, and the CryptoPunk had a very strong history of purchasing. In fact, it was proven, if you look at OpenSea.io, it was proven that Cosimo De Medici held over $17 million in NFTs. He was a whale, and he would always tweet and talk about how, oh, I'm purchasing this and I'm checking out this, and man, I really like this art because of this, this, and this. And eventually, just in the last few days, he got doxxed. They outed him as the OG Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has not only been a major venture capitalist, Snoop Dogg has not only been brilliant in marketing his own avatar, Snoop Dogg also has a refined taste of art and understands technology. And when an OG like Snoop shows up and he gets doxxed and realized this guy is playing for real, he's got 17 million, and some of it is junk and some of it is not. So, of course, I start to creep on Snoop Dogg, a.k.a. Cosimo De Medici's OpenSea account because, again, it's blockchain. It's an open ledger. You can see all of this. It would take a Herculean effort to make it so that people could not see it. Now, I'm going to show you the piece of artwork I bought from Snoop Dogg. But the interesting thing I found was this. A lot of people who don't follow Snoop Dogg at all, they're into the art of NFTs. They're into the gaming of NFTs. They have been following this Twitter persona called Cosimo De Medici for a while now. And when he got doxxed as Snoop Dogg, staying in the character, because Snoop Dogg knows the value, staying in the character of Cosimo De Medici with the avatar of his CryptoPunk, he let his fans in Twitter, his Cosimo De Medici fans in Twitter, he wrote, and you should check his Twitter out. He wrote, listen, a lot of you love following me for crypto news, NFT news, and art news, and this is what we're going to do. They're about to completely out me on the news, and you guys are going to hear it here first. of what my other persona is, but I will not mention it here again. I will maintain this Twitter because I believe in the future of NFTs and I believe in the future of crypto. So we will never mention my real life persona here again. We'll never mention this shall be unspoken, and we will maintain Cosimo De Medici right here. He is maintaining this as an NFT persona. Now, if you look down his feed, you will also find videos of a Snoop Dogg concert in the metaverse known as Sandbox, playing a full-blown paid concert as Snoop Dogg with his Meebit NFT, basically his avatar. I've mentioned already that the show, there's a show on Fox where it's like a masked singer, but they're using their avatars and you have to figure out who they are or what they're singing. And I mentioned this is part of our future. And it's not just kitsch. There's functional real world benefit to this, from merchandising and just a capitalism to beyond. So all this to say, I had such a respect for Snoop Dogg maintaining his persona Cosimo De Medici. I wanted to support that effort. And I wanted to be able to brag that I purchased a piece of art from Snoop Dogg himself, aka Cosimo De Medici. Now, here's a catch about this. If you're not used to moving money and moving crypto in the cryptoverse, if you are not used to moving money from real world money to Coinbase into an Ethereum account, from Ethereum to OpenSea without losing money, you got to do it just right. And it's a little fickle, but if you know how to do it, I've never lost any money moving money with crypto. But sometimes there's some insecurity, like, what am I going to do? And I recommend this. I covered some of these steps yesterday. We could talk more about this in the Discord. If you're not really sure, jump over to the Discord. We can talk more about things in the Discord on how to actually get started in crypto. And you need to, because no, I don't think we're going to unseat the controlling elite with cryptocurrency, but I do think we can create a little chaos, make a little money, and have a little fun with digital art as this gets in, and have a little fun so that you learn by means of having fun how this is working and how it's working for businesses, because we're going to be covering some serious use cases of NFTs. And I believe a business that knows how to operate with NFTs or crypto, they'll have a competitive advantage. I won't say it's the only competitive advantage. There's no better competitive advantage than creating a following and being a person of interest, having a following, really being a marketer. There's no better competitive advantage. But I think you're going to be missing out if you're not at least have your ear to the rail. So real quick, I moved money from Coinbase. I moved money to OpenSea. And then there was this little thing where they didn't take one type of Ethereum. They took another type of Ethereum because of the blockchain it was on. This might sound like Greek. That's okay. That's why you're watching. You're watching to inoculate yourself to these terms. You're watching to learn more about these terms so that you can act on them. So I went ahead. It took me 1 or 2 days, and I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to buy this one piece of art. And lo and behold, I missed this piece of art. It was called the Muskinator, and it was Elon Musk fused with the Terminator as a postage stamp, and I loved that. I was totally going to buy that, but I couldn't get my money converted in time. And then the business took my soul yesterday and this week. We've just been having to pound it. But in my off hours, I've been trying to get this coordinated. So lo and behold, yesterday after work, I was finally able to convert my Ethereum from one form of Ethereum to another known as Polygon. You can ask in the Discord. Go join the Discord. We can talk about those nuanced terms. I finally got it converted. And I finally found one I could afford, because some NFTs are very expensive. And lo, it landed into my account. So I'm going to actually show my screen with you real quick. Boom. Let's do this side by side right here. So right here, Cosimo De Medici owned this item right here. I bought it directly from his account. And here's what the piece looks like. It's the stupidest thing. Here, hang on. There we go. It's the silliest thing. It was made in Adobe Illustrator. I liked it because it was trippy. I liked it because it was affordable. If you can read that, it was only $7.17. But I now own it. I have the right to resell it. I could start reselling it right now. I could put it on the market. I could give it to as a contest to one of the Discord followers. But there we go, Cosimo De Medici. You can verify him by following his account. I recommend you check out the Twitter. I recommend you follow it because it's fun. There's so much chaos out there. There's so much insanity going on out there. People are throwing stones. And meanwhile, the OG Snoop Dogg is buying up NFT art for a reason. It has a strong future, and you can participate in this future. And get this, if you're one of our Patreon users, not just in the Discord, you got to be in the Discord, but you also have to pay a Patreon user. We're going to launch our own NFTs to experiment with this. I want to know how we can use NFTs. Here we go. Ryan says, I would like to make an offer, sir. All right. Totally, man. Yeah. Hey, we'll set you up. Ryan, get into the Discord, or you and I could talk, and we'll make sure that you've got a Coinbase account. We make sure that you put just a little, just token money in that account. Put that money into OpenSea, and I'll show you how to exchange it. Because my man, it can be fun to learn a new skill. It can be fun to learn a new universe. And that universe is the metaverse. And if you're over on our Discord, if you're a Patreon user, we're going to drop some NFTs on you, unique, one time only, and you can resell them. They'll have things like my books or personal training in them. And if you've gotten all you want out of them, you can keep it as a collectible. You can hang it on your wall, or you could resell it to someone else who might need it, or gift it to someone who might need it. But that's how we're going to be doing that. So check this out. That's the very brief story of how I purchased a piece of artwork from Snoop Dogg. Be jealous. If you want to make an offer, let me know, Ryan Christ. But regardless, guys, you can be out there and have fun. This is what's going on in the world. And I was so tickled by the fact that this person who's just known as a rapper or a pothead, I don't know if you've been paying attention in the gaming universe. Snoop Dogg has really been doing a lot with gaming, but this and more like this will help usher in a wave of NFTs. I talked to my friend Ron over coffee yesterday, and Ron was like, I don't get NFTs at all. I said, well, Ron loves gaming. Like, he loves sports. He loves hockey. He loves soccer. He loves the competitive nature of sports. I said, well, you like fantasy football? He said, yeah. I said, go check out Sorare, Sorare. And they are an NFT fantasy football league. And he's like, well, what the crap is that? He went over and told me yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon when we saw each other again. He said, man, I think I get NFTs now because there's some skills that just my team has and no one else can have. I was like, that's right. That's the uniqueness. Non-fungible means that's the uniqueness. So imagine if you had a specific set of speed, skill, strength, accuracy that your soccer team, your fantasy soccer team could have that no other soccer team could have. It's like a boost. You could purchase that for a very real amount. And in the fantasy football league, that can give you an edge, especially if there's betting or gambling or winnings of any kind. But we get there by playing in the space for the fun of it. So guys, listen, that's my Fun Story Friday. I hope you're doing great. Share this story with somebody. Share the video, share the post with somebody who might get tickled out of the OG Snoop Dogg himself and how I bought a piece of art from Snoop Dogg. Visit us on the Discord. But no matter what you do, guys, remember the mission. Igniting lives of explosive significance. Have a great day.